Welcome back everybody to another deck profile, and this time it's my third place OTS Monarch deck list. Really wanted to play Monarchs for a long time already, but I never came from it. I always had another deck I wanted to play, and I mostly played this deck against people just for fun and not for the tournament. But this time I went 2-1 at my OTS. I have won at least one game every round. I only lost the second round because of the die roll losing, because this deck really doesn't like losing the die roll. So my first matchup was against Sky Strikers. So I was always going first. I lost the first round and won the next two rounds. The second game was against a Pal deck with a lot of negates. Turn 1 I lost the die roll. I won the second match and I lost the third match because he just negated everything. And the third match was against Branded and I 2-0 that person. So I really like this deck. Sadly it wasn't more of a Monarch, it was more something else that carried me. But let's just talk about the deck. So I play 3 ETHER the Heavenly Monarchs. This is a hand trap. This can do a lot. It can summon, and summon can be very interesting. There's not really much to say. The deck will of course be put on the right as always, or the card. I don't like this card at 3. I like it thinking more at 2. But this card can OTK very easily. Next up, I played 3 EREBUS, the Underworld Monarch. This card is pretty interesting and insane. I really like to see it, but I like this card more to put one of it in a deck, 2 of it in a deck instead of 3. And maybe play some other interesting cards. Next up, these cards won me the game. VANITY'S, FIEND, yes sir. Now they play against Special Summon. This won me the second game of the second round. He just couldn't Special Summon. He didn't draw sprites. No, how is it called? The banish cards. Well, the banish quick play card that can banish this. That was the only out for him, and he didn't draw it. So, yay for me. And next up, the guy that won me all the other games, Majesty's Fiend. This card was really crazy. Opened this 2 times against the Branded player. He couldn't activate monster effects, even though he was going first. Well, okay. To be fair, the second game I drew nuts, so he couldn't have set any chance. But this card is a very amazing, very strong card. Next up, this is the Spice. I played 2 KASHTIRA OGRE. I'm looking for the spot. Okay. This card is definitely 3 of card. It's just a free special summon. It's a 2800 body. What do you want more? On attack declaration, you can use this effect. Sadly, I never saw this never saw this card. But if I ever saw this card, it would be amazing. Every time I did my deck, top decks and plays by myself, every time I saw this card, it was an amazing card. This card is definitely real, 100%. Next up is 3 Unmove Right. This card is also very crazy. It's just a free draw. It's a free special summon. This card is insane. Oh my god, I love that it also got a rarity upgrade. I really like that. This card is just insane. Oh my god. You have to keep in mind that if they want to, if you use this effect to special summon itself and they gamma it, for instance, the card keeps in your extra deck, and then your extra deck is filled. So some cards can't be used. So you keep that in mind. I needed to play around that a lot today. I played 1 Kazul, the Light Monarch, and I played the Brick Monarch, and I played 1 House. Well, just focus on this card first. This card is an interesting card, but in this day and age it is very hard to play this card and to summon it off either. It's a pop when it's summoned, draw 2, but it can't attack. I really like the art of this card, I think it's very cool, but KURAZ is just not a good card. I think you have to cut. Next up we play SQUIRE, the Luminous Lunar Dragon. This is just an econ for cards that have lower attack than hits than himself. It's also a very cool target to summon off of our big girlfriend for extra interruption, but sadly it never came up. I was more focusing on the Majesty's Fiend and VANITY'S Fiend. I played 3 of these because I want to see as many of them as possible. But EDEA, the SQUIRE, the Heavenly SQUIRE, is a card that you want to see always in your opening hand, but you never want to use in your opening hand. You rather see other cards, like the Unsmooth Right for the draw, or the other one, the EDEAs. But you never want this card, because this card can be Ash, this card can be Gamma, this card can be Imperm, this card can be done everything for it. So this is always your last resource, or when you special summon it from 1 to 1. Then we play 3 EDEAs. Luckily, game 2. Oh my god, this card got impermed so many times. It is freaking crazy. On summon, you can have an extra tribute summon. That's just pretty cool. So you just normal or special, and then special discard, and then you get an extra normal summon. Oh, by the way, they also have effects. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished Monarchs power trap cards and add it to your hand. And when this card is in your graveyard, you can target one other Vassal, like that has 800 attack and 1000 defense, except himself, and then special summon that card. So you can banish, special summon back, effect, special summon, effect. Pretty cool to keep in mind. For the spells, I play 2 Domain of the Main Monarchs. This is always a 3-off. You want to search it, and if you use the Pantheism, what do you call it? The Pantheism of the Monarchs to draw 2, and then you can banish this card, or banish the Searcher to definitely add this card to it. It's a cool card. You always like to see it in your opening hand. This locks your opponent out of special summoning monsters from the extra deck. But keep in mind, your extra deck has to be empty, so the Unsmooth Right is not a great card. Then we play 3 Pantheism of the Monarchs. Discard 1, draw 2. What do you want more? And then you can banish this card, reveal 3 Monarch spell trap cards from your deck, and your opponent choose one to add to the hand. Amazing. I have nothing bad to say about this card. I'm happy that it came out of the ban list. Then we play 3 Tenacity of the Monarchs. It's just a searcher for every other Monarch spell trap card. Nothing special. Nothing that special. But most of the times you just review 3 of these with this effect, with the Pantheism effect, to summon them, or to have the search you actually want if needed to. Then I played 1 March of the Monarchs. This is actually a crazy card. Like, oh my god, this card did so much for me. Your monsters cannot be destroyed, so no dark holes, no Sky Striker destructions. They can't also be targeted, so no negations for the Sky Striker players or player that I played. Yes, I agree with this card. I play in the main deck 1 the Monarch STORMFORTH. I mostly search this card if I needed to. I never want to see more of this card, but this was more going first focused. But going second, this card is crazy. So maybe you can put 3 in for some other cards. For the last spell card, I played 1 for 1. 1 for 1 is crazy. Just summon your EDEA, and then EDEA effect, yeah, go nuts, right? Just an extra starter. Then for the trap cards, I played three trap cards. One is the Monarchs, or aka the skill drain for the Monarchs. Nothing much to say. It's just a searchable skill drain. Great card. Then we played the Prime Monarch. You most of the time send this card, and then so you can have more special summons from the graveyard. And then as last, I played one Dark Bribe. This card actually should be in the side deck, but I forgot about it when I was playing the tourney. You want through the Monarch Stormforth, but that's maybe for next time. Dark Bribe is actually in the side deck for some extra things. So let me just show you the side deck just immediately. You play 2 Dark Bribe. When you know you're going first, you can side in the Dark Bribe for at least one Stormforth Monarch, or some other cards that you don't want to see, because this card can stop Lightning Storm, can stop Dark Hole, can stop a lot of cards, a lot of spell trap cards. Maybe Branded Fusion, hey. Then for the monsters, we play 2 the Landrobe, the Rock Vassal. This card's actually a Book of Moon, as long as you don't have actually cards in your action deck. You can just special summon it, activate in hand, and then target one monster your opponent controls, Book of Moon that target, then special summon this card. That's very sick. Just a free special summon and a Book of Moon if you know you're going second. I'm sorry, but I was playing 3 spellcasters. I was very happy to see this card. There's nothing much to say. Thank you all for letting me play this card. The Sky Striker player, he played around it very beautifully, but it's still not a card you ever want to see against Sky Strikers or Branded or something that plays a lot of spell cards. This card was actually cracked. I really like this card in the side deck. Then for my favorite side deck cards, one is Bestial Sovereign. Okay, I only have one Bestial Sovereign. I will only play one Sovereign, but I rather play Magnamoose and Bestial Lubelli. No, not Lubellion. Bestial Sovereign. Just this Sovereign. How is the other one called? Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, the other Bestial. Not Baldrake. Baldrake is also great. I only have one, and I think only playing one is the right choice. You rather play one that you want to play the other Bestials. Then we play 3 Bestial Baldrake. It's an amazing side deck card. There's nothing much to say. Your opponents, there are still a lot of dark and light monsters in the current meta game, and this card can be used against those decks. For instance, my third game against a Branded player, he branded in red, target Fallen of Elbas, Bestial the Fallen of Elbas. It's crazy. And then I could just lock him, nothing much, nothing less. For the spells in the side deck, I played 1 Dark Hole, just destroy everything. It is better to have other cards than Dark Hole, but I was just searching what I really would like in this side. For instance, I never came up for Dark Hole, never wanted to use Dark Hole actually. It is decent against Sprite, but nothing else pretty much. It's an interesting card. The side deck is more what you like in the side deck. But that said, I really like the Bestials, okay? Then I played 1 Twin Twister. This also won me the game. It's a crazy card. I activated Twin Twisters, opponent changed Branded in red, and I Bestialed his Fallen of Elbas or the target of his Branded in red. I think it was Fallen of Elbas. Yeah, thank you. This card is thank you for winning me the game. I played in the select 1 extra Stormforth Monarch. Going second, this card is still correct. It's searchable. Thank you very much. And last but not least, never seen, but I still like the card. It's just a free change of heart. Take over his monster and just tribute summon over it. Thank you. Oh my god. So this was the deck. Sadly, it was more of a Vanity's and Majesty's deck. But these cards are still correct. And I'm very happy I got third. I think I said third, not second. I got third, okay, not second. If I said second. And my logos. It was a very cool deck. I really very like this deck. I love when Lithium is playing it. I very love it when I love to play it, but I still want some extra, some other cards I can use that are maybe a bit more fun to use. So thank you all for watching, and I wish you all